Hello, and welcome to Next Level Play Podcast, your source for all things gaming.
Gaming, I dare say?
Yeah.
But not only gaming.
No.
Pop culture.
The zeitgeist in general.
The zeitgeist yeah, sort of a general anything we want to talk about.
Still don't know what that word means.
I'm Sydney.
I'm Marcus, because the future of esports and gaming and pop culture and the zeitgeist is right here.
Right now.
Next Level Play. Sydney, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. We had some big promises in our intro.
We're gonna cover it all. I'm
Did you
up
say
for the challenge.
we're just the general zeitgeist? That's like saying like we're the farmer's almanac.
I'm saying we discuss things in the zeitgeist. Because again, today we're focusing.
I see.
Yeah, you were covering everything within the modern kind of nerd realm, I guess, of things, if you will.
Name a topic.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about it.
Which the nerd realm is kind of all of pop culture, I feel like, today. The nerds have overly taken over, and at this point, that's not even a thing. That's like a 2012 talking point when Marvel was on the rise. Now it's just like, that's just what everyone's kind of aware of tech stuff, you know?
To say nerd, because I feel like it is all-encompassing nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
it doesn't mean anything anymore.
well, like, sure, it's like Marvel, it's superheroes, it's comic books, but then it's also like, did you like the show The Walking Dead?
Right,
like,
that's a nerd thing.
That's
apparently.
a nerd. Well, it was based off a graphic novel, really big at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get into it, I feel like the new nerd is tech stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Like building your PC, but then that translates to just like, oh, I'm gonna buy a Raspberry Pi and like figure out how to build something. And it's like, that's nerddom now.
Right, which still is over my head when you're saying all that stuff. You say Raspberry Pi, I say,
yummy.
Give me a la mode.
Yummy.
Yes, please.
Scoop of ice cream, please.
Because I'm a dummy, but
no, I mean, I'm just dipping my toes into stuff like that. I feel like, I took computer science in college. It's my one course that I needed, and
I have an education. I'm Sydney.
I have a degree no one's asked for to see ever for any job I've ever held.
Yeah.
But I did take it, and we did like basic coding, like HTML website coding.
Still.
Which is like for people that know coding and whatever, that's like baby shit. That's like literally an alphabet book for babies when they're doing like CS plus and like JavaScript and stuff. But it was really fun, and I remember really liking it. And then, I didn't need to do it. I didn't need to code my website and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of fell off. But now that I have really become a PC gamer, whereas before I was a hard Sony PlayStation gamer, console gamer, now I've really transitioned to PC gaming. I almost always opt to have mouse and keyboard. Rarely do I even plug in my controller. Sad.
Master Race Sydney over here.
No, I mean, like, I miss it sometimes, but I'm so used to my PC now. And recently, I'm really proud, I had to replace the power supply unit on my PC to be able to install a new solid-state drive. I needed some more room. And I was really scared about doing it, mostly because this is my baby, Like, I do everything on this PC. I game, I use it to record, I stream on Twitch. And I was like, man, I don't want to fuck up my PC because they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
But I streamed myself doing this like little upgrade, and it was very empowering. And I was like, it's not that hard. So now I started getting really into it. But Marcus, something bad is happening.
Uh-oh.
And it's not one of the many other bad things that's been happening. It's a new bad thing that's happening.
What's happening?
So, because of a lot of reasons, because of many, many reasons, the price of PC parts, in particular RAM, has skyrocketed.
Right.
And it's not just RAM, like graphics cards are much more expensive. And this is all due to manufacturing things and, tariffs. Like, there's a lot of things at play, the economy. But recently, Micron, which is the biggest producer of RAM, they announced that they want to step away from consumer production and do AI.
That's okay. So again, this is very out of my realm.
And do AI.
That's the way things are trending, right?
Do you know what I hear when I read AI? Aye.
Yeah, that's fair. I think, oh God, there goes my job. Yeah.
Like a Spanish soap opera. I'm like, aye, no. But yeah, so what thoughts?
Oh man. Well, again, kind of as we were saying, and that's why I kind of led with the whole zeitgeist, because we're talking tech today a little bit, which I am clueless. I feel the most tech savvy I get, and this is very recent, because I'm not a PC gamer. I've gotten a little more into it with certain, UFO 50 last year. I was like, I gotta use my Steam account.
But you give Marcus a GameCube, and he could blow the cartridge so clean
that clean those discs real good.
Those discs, he knows all about that stuff.
I took apart my NES as a kid because I had to replace a few parts, and I'm pretty good when it comes to just
little
simple
screws.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty simple at the end of the day. That's the thing. It's like I'm very proud of myself. I figured out how to mod Super Mario 64. For which you have to go into the file and paste a certain thing at a certain time. And
I've modded The Sims.
I'm sure you have.
We know about this.
So that's the level I'm at with tech. I'm not a PC gamer. I'm used to just plug it in, clean the disc, maybe a little blow into the cartridge, and that's about it.
This Micron RAM stuff, this affects everyone and everything.
And again, I'm kind of confused because for me, I feel like computers, the chips are getting way better and you can put way more information. I mean, it used to be where CDs were a huge deal because you could put so much more space on a CD than a cartridge.
Yeah.
So I just kind of figured, hey, the technology is getting way and way better. It used to be where you'd get a little flash drive and it would be $20 and it would hold less than a gigabyte.
Remember thumb drives where you could put 5 Word documents, 5 documents.
Exactly, yeah.
And a song.
Yeah, and now it's the terabytes of data in just in a small little thing or whatever. So for me, I am ignorant, for lack of a better word, dumb. So I don't really understand why, what is it about creating expanding RAM, which I still think of the Truck or the Daft Punk album. My memory randomly accesses crazy bullshit all the time. So that's what I think. What is it that you have to specialize in? What's stopping just a company from being hey, we're just going to put a ton of resources into kind of creating RAM? What is it that makes
Nothing, except that production is expensive. There are reasons why prices have gone up, but the price increase currently falls on us, the consumer. If you want to buy a PC tower or build your own, you're buying piece by piece. You would buy the type of RAM and the size that you want. And, I've done small amounts of research when I've thought about swapping out my own RAM. There are differences of how well made or good the RAM is, even though they're both 16 gigabytes, but this one, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about the minuscule stuff. I just read online forums and that's how I learn.
Yeah.
But from my understanding is nothing stops another company from taking on the mantle. And you know who I think it should be?
Who's that?
And they are beloved. They would be perfect. They would be so good for this.
Toyota.
No.
Oh.
Name one more.
Ford.
No.
I'm still thinking Ram trucks. Yeah.
Toyota
the worst
takes
drivers,
over Ram.
by the way.
Ram truck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Those trucks are oversized.
Those trucks are too big.
And they take up, oh, my God. They jut out of the parking lot just
We really
by
are
proxy.
the zeitgeist. We're
I'm just an old fucking man is what I am. Yeah.
No, the company that I think should do this is Steam.
Okay.
Steam.
Yeah.
Okay, you had such a minimal reaction when I said that.
Because when I think of Steam, I think of, Gabe Newell and it's...
Yes,
yeah,
Gabe.
Right.
Gabe, our boy.
For sure, but I mean, Steam is an online platform. It's a marketplace. Is it as far as computer hardware? They tried to enter the game sphere with that sounds like a game show. They tried to enter
Game sphere.
Yeah, they tried to enter the hardware market with a gaming system of their own, which the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I guess, actually, it did decent, right?
I own one, yeah.
I mean, it didn't really quite become the game changer that I think some people predicted it to be. But that still just is kind of a little computer that plays Steam games, right?
It's literally a computer. I mean, it runs on Linux, and it's it's great, though. I mean, it's great for what it is. It's in the same way that if you really love the Switch or Switch 2, you like it. If you want a handheld gaming device, the Steam Deck is great.
You know how stupid I am? As soon as I started saying it, I was thinking of the Google Stadia, where it's just kind of...
What is that?
I think it's like a Steam Deck, but Google made it, and it's Google, so you'd think they'd be. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, it didn't do very well, but I mean, the Steam Deck obviously did better than that.
I think that's my point. Is like, Gabe, Steam is a household name, and if they were to do in-house production of RAM and just start selling it. I mean, they have the Steam store, just throw it on there and ship it to your house. The fear that I have, and I digress a little bit, because I think Steam is a very strong contender for this because they have produced hardware. It's just a little computer. Like, those have RAM, you know, it uses RAM. So they're technically already sort of making it in-house.
Yeah, you know, that's where I'm confused.
I know.
I don't understand the specialization part of it and what.
Well, they would just make it their brand.
Got it.
Instead of, you know, I don't know, GeForce is, I guess, the graphics card, but instead of whatever brand, it would be Steam, Valve Corp, Steam.
Pardon my ignorance, and again, I know you're not like an expert on this stuff, but I'm going to be the layman.
Ask me anything.
Yeah, so what's the difference between like providing RAM versus providing like servers or providing something that is...
Well, the servers would be for the cloud, right?
Okay.
Like, Steam has servers, games run off of Steam's, you download the game locally, but like they host the game. They have the game.
Okay.
RAM would be for your system, for your computer, to be able to access the random access memory, to be able to get to it faster and better.
Okay.
So the performance of the game, basically, and the performance of everything on your computer, web browsing, like especially if you have a lot of tabs open, that shit eats RAM so much, especially Google, like Chrome.
Because it's the short-term memory that creates performance a little bit.
Exactly. So if you have low RAM, everything is slow, including games.
Yeah.
And this is sort of an industry-wide issue that game companies, studios, you know, everybody wants to make AAA, not everybody, but those who want to make AAA games are pushing for the best graphics. You know, they're like, we want you to be playing this on your most high-end PC, overclocking, you know, doing these things.
Yeah.
And my issue is, the average consumer does not have that hardware. It's so expensive. They're playing on computers that are, at this point, probably 5 years old. I know I'm playing on a computer that's already dated.
Right.
And I think it's unfortunate because the bigger question becomes, like, who are these games for? If not for the average gamer.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to buy a game and lower my settings to be able to play the game. Like, shouldn't you be making the game... Like, we're pretty good. The computers we have, even at the lower graphics cards, are like, you know, mid, as they say, RAM.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, is that the point? Do we want to push all of these AAA games to perform the most, you know, uncanny valley, closest to human looking, I can see the pores on your face, and I need to have all new pieces?
To me, it feels like common sense where there was crisis in the mid-aughts, to use that term that I love to use, where that was like you needed the best tech, and that was kind of a selling point. It was very niche. But before that, in the 90s, it was like, can it run Doom? And Doom was able to like run on tons of stuff. It was a big deal when Windows was able to run Doom, because you'd think you want to get the most market share, and it's...
That's exactly. You would think you would want the biggest swath, a biggest demographic.
But it's the PC gamer master race where there is a little bit of gatekeeping and a little bit of elitism there. No offense, I'm sorry. You're better than me, all right? Is that what you want to hear? Because I know it, okay? But I feel like there is a little bit of a, oh yeah, you need the top computer to run this. And that makes it a little more, you know, lucrative and kind of alluring to some, but that seems to me like a very small market share, which will pay a lot of money probably for the DLC and stuff, but it's
like
still...
any collectible, like we talked about, you know, nerddoms.
Yeah.
The PC and those that want to build PCs and stuff, it's just another like Funko Pop adjacent collector's item thing where you're like, oh, I want the newest things. I want to make mine with water cooling and like do all these little upgrades to mine. And that's fine. Like, no shade. I mean, I had fun doing my PC stuff and I want to do more now. But the issue is it doesn't just affect PC gamers. And I think that's the thing that's hard to wrap your head around too with RAM, because you hear RAM and you're like, that's a computer thing. That's a PC thing. RAM is in everything.
Yeah, I mean, even when I would open up my old NES games, they had a RAM chip. Yeah,
literally, it's in your consoles. I mean, people talk about like the master race PC gamer. I'm like, brother, your PlayStation 7 is gonna be way more expensive if they also want to update their RAM.
Right.
Your washing machine, your smart washing machine has RAM.
Which is a whole different
Your Bluetooth
conversation.
speaker has RAM. You know, like there are repercussions to if Micron seriously steps away from consumer production and starts using it for AI, not to mention the environment, the waste of water. I mean, just like all the bad stuff where I'm like, no, the major producer of RAM is doing that with it. No, but I think the bigger problem is not just for me, the PC gamer who wants to update my RAM and have a cool PC. The issue is much larger than that, unfortunately.
Well, it feels to me like it's kind of like if Walmart suddenly shuttered up and now all of a sudden your garden hoses that you're used to getting for $20, like it's gonna kind of eliminate a little bit of a monopoly almost, but it's probably gonna up the price because it's, you know, they're not able to. I don't know. They sold the cheapest garden hoses forever, and that people are used to getting them from there. So now you're gonna have to pay $35 for your garden hose. But like if anyone can do it, not anyone, but you know what I mean.
But here's what I think's really gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yes, sort of that. Yes, but my fear is with the elimination. It looks like you're losing a monopoly. It looks like, oh, Steam could produce theirs, and then another company could produce theirs. My fear is by eliminating the place where you would go, you know what we turn to? The cloud. We turn to the cloud. And it's very much the mindset of you will own nothing and you will be happy. You know, like they know that if given no option, we will do what they give. They will, you know, we're going to eat the little breadcrumbs. So if they say, hey, we're not producing RAM anymore, and here's this new company, pay no mind to the man behind the curtain, but here's a cloud storage RAM company. You know, it feels very surveillance state conspiracy, like they're just guiding us sheep to go towards something where, again, we end up owning nothing. We even lose our like little, I don't know, our little fun of like building our PCs and stuff because it's too expensive. And it's a bummer to me.
Sure. Is RAM something that you can access online, or is that something that's like built in, or how does that work exactly? Not to make you an expert. Sorry.
I don't.
Putting you on the spot.
I don't know how that works.
Also, to get really extra deep, is Micron, what country is Micron based out of? Do we know?
I think it's the U.S.
Okay. Well, that could affect certain things as well.
That being said, too, like, of course, China has their own companies that make, you know.
That's the thing.
And, like, sure, we buy so many parts from China. That's, like, a thing about the United States, especially for electronics. We buy a lot of it from China and we import it. But now we have tariffs, and China doesn't want to pay. So, like, they're not importing goods to us as much. So, like, there's all these I'm going to look up, though, because now
and I'll just ramble a little bit, too, because for me, this whole RAM thing, when I think of these types of, like, limited resources, only certain companies are doing it, the conversation I'm thinking of is superconductors and the limited, rare, precious metals that only exist.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know, the most anticipated world war of the next decade, not to get too political, but is Taiwan versus China, right?
You'll never guess where Micron is.
South Korea is my guess.
No.
Okay.
Their headquarters is in Boise, Idaho.
Oh, hey. Well, it is American then.
Yeah, but...
There you go. Well, that's impactful. That is impactful.
That sucks, though.
It's... Potatoes, too.
RAM and potatoes?
Yeah. That sounds like a delicious little home-cooked meal, doesn't it?
Wow.
Though I do like... I mean, goat probably tastes similar to RAM, to be fair. But with superconductors, it's like there are limited resources to make these superconductor chips, right? And Taiwan has a lot of the market. And again, it's a very delicate issue. But a big reason why this war is gearing up between Taiwan and China is China wants to take over that superconductor industry, and taking over Taiwan would pretty much give them a lot of control over the superconductors. And we're in a digital age where that kind of control over that kind of market is very impactful for everything. World economies, power, influence, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just curious, and again, checking my ignorance at the door on all these things, if owning the random access memory is similar to owning the superconductor industry, where there's these finite resources where if a certain country owns 80% of these finite resources, that will translate to power and influence on the global stage as far as geopolitics are concerned. So not to get too conspiratorial, not to get too anti-China, definitely don't want to be pro-China, but I'm just going to leave it at that. And I don't know what this impacts with RAM, and I don't know why some dude from the backyard can't be like, oh, I'm going to get into the RAM industry.
Yeah, and, I mean, I guess it just...
I really don't know.
You need the parts and the warehouse and the manufacturing abilities. I was also just Googling, why can't you just have RAM on cloud? But basically the whole concept is that the fastest possible way for RAM to retrieve memory is locally. If it is local. Yeah. So they're like, that makes sense. There are places that have RAM cloud storage where it stores DRAM and you can, big companies will use it for things, but it's not the fastest connection. So it wouldn't behoove you. But if your PC is too expensive to work on right now, and you want to upgrade some stuff, wait, hold off. Don't spend that money. The prices are exuberant right now. I would say take this time, and I'm going to plug Marcus right now. Take this time to play some older games.
Yeah.
Play some retro games. They'll run amazingly on your souped up system that maybe it can't have the best graphics for Expedition 33 Clair Obscur, but you could run, I don't know, name a game.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
You could run Super Mario. You could run Sims 2.
Don't pirate it unless you really want to.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear that from me.
And also, I'll plug myself. Play some board games.
Ooh.
Play some TTRPGs.
Oh wait, that's gonna hurt our bottom line. What, Sydney? We need games.
We're the zeitgeist, though.
That's true.
We do everything.
We're the zeitgeist.
We're the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
We said it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I had to bring that up, and I know we're not the most tech forward.
You're more so than I am,
people.
For sure. Yeah. Again, I'm an old man.
I try to stay informed, but even so, there are things that I don't understand. So I also would say, guys, look up what we're talking about. If you are, especially if you are a PC gamer and you're worried about it, look into it and talk about it, because I think it's important that we, the consumers, talk about it, because who has control over the market ultimately? We do. So if you don't want to put your money towards stuff like that, hold off on buying those parts, and say hey, I refuse to pay over $500 for 16 gigabyte RAM. That's ridiculous.
Adapt or die, Sydney. They don't want to die, and I don't blame you. I too don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, I will say it's interesting because I was born in I'm going to age myself specifically. I was born in 1994, but there's a very distinct difference of people who had the internet and had technology and all of the world's wealth of history of knowledge in their pockets for most of their life. There's a very distinct generational gap of people who have that information age advantage and people who don't. I still remember the Dewey Decimal System, and though I was born in 94.
Do they still use that at libraries?
Nope. Oh, it's gonzo. Same with cursive, yeah.
They don't use the Dewey Decimal? I think
it's pretty much...
What do they do?
It's all digital catalogs, and it's kind of some libraries, still keep it kind of within the Dewey Decimal, but as far as, that all had to do with the numbers and the little catalog thing that you would look up.
Because it's just by genre section and then alphabetically by name.
Right, which is part, that is the Dewey Decimal System, but they don't have the same
Right, they wouldn't be it's
800 to 899 is fantasy type of thing and all that stuff.
Is that what fantasy was? Do you remember?
I don't think so. It's dead now, so poor Dewey, rest in peace. I'm sure some libraries still very much use, but they're not teaching that shit in schools.
Librarians in the chat right now are furious.
Oh man, people who studied librarial sciences or whatever the major was
librarial
called.
Sciences.
I think that sounds good to me.
I think you're mispronouncing liberal arts and you're librarial arts. I got a librarial arts degree.
There is a librarian major.
No, there is. There is,
for sure. Which is probably more useful than my
library studies is a real thing.
Yeah, exactly. But I was just trying to say, I was born in 94, but it feels more like I was born in 1980 because I did not have internet access until I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. Yeah, exactly. Most people, I mean, I did at school and stuff. I would go to the library to like use that stuff.
But you didn't have a home computer.
Did not have a home computer access. My dad used it for work, and he was like, you cannot use this ever, type of thing. And then I didn't get a cell phone until I was in middle school, and that was a track phone where I bought the minutes. I didn't actually have it in my pocket until college, honestly. So yeah, I was very much behind the times. It took me a long time to really kind of catch up to, our generation where most kids did have the internet from like elementary school. They still weren't born into it.
Yeah.
Like, the people born from like 2000 and on. But there's a very distinct difference. It was hard to catch up. It was very much, and now kids are on, iPad kids, what you say. And obviously brain rot and yada, yada, yada. It's a bad rap for the new generation. But I'm sorry, tools are the evolution of the human race. And having those tools, it's like, I'm sorry, the kids these days, they're smarter than I was at that age, for sure. Definitely more resourceful.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But it's so different,
Totally. But, like, I think, these generations, the adults are like, brain rot, make fun of them, whatever. I'm like, no, but they're the future. Like, this is the direction everything's moving in. And you guys have power. You have a lot of power. So use it for good. I
can get to the grocery store without opening up Google Maps, though. I will say that much.
Impressive.
Most people can, which is...
You know what? I'm so...
That came out snobby.
But like, even me, I know exactly where I'm going for work to come here to the studio and like my other jobs and stuff. I still put it in Google Maps. Just to know,
just
like,
to make sure,
the trains are running. I don't know. I like still do it all the time. My husband's like, "Why do you do that?" I don't know, because my brain's broken.
Yeah, there's a satisfaction of navigating myself and reading road signs, and
Can I talk about? I want to digress.
You may.
Can I talk about something positive?
Yeah.
Okay.
My test results.
They're positive. Not good.
Yeah, it's always confusing.
Not good.
It's always confusing.
I want to talk about a cinematic trailer for a game.
I would love to hear about that trailer.
So, as we know, Larian Studios did Baldur's Gate 3.
Right.
And they are not doing another one, they said.
Do they do Leisure Suit Larry? Shout out Leisure. They didn't.
No, they didn't. Leisure Suit Larry, that guy's a creep.
Yes, he is.
No defense. Let me talk.
Yes.
Cinematic trailer. This was released at the Game Awards, and I was pumped because it looks sick. And by that, I mean, like, it is sickening. Like, it is a dark trailer. It's giving Wicker Man vibes. There's, like, big effigies.
Nick Cage or Christopher Lee, Wicker Man?
More Christopher Lee.
Oh, yeah.
There's, like, these big effigies, and it seems to be sort of like a fantasy medieval festival. Everybody's kind of celebrating, getting drunk, and there's a Spirited Away bit almost where, like, these pigs are, like, eating a man's throw up as people are, like, tearing into meat and, like, sweat, and it's, like, very visceral. They have these effigies, and then this guy is in one of the effigies, Wicker Man style.
Okay.
And he's getting, like, sacrificed.
Sure.
And it's really intense, and, like, everyone's cheering and stuff, and then something goes wrong with the sacrifice. Everything kind of gets crazy. And it's just a cinematic trailer, no gameplay or anything.
Sure.
And then it just cuts to the logo, and you know it's Larian, and then you see it's Divinity.
Okay.
Because Larian made Divinity Original Sin, Divinity Original Sin 2. So now we're going back to their IP, back to Divinity. It looks incredible. I think it's great that they're able to separate themselves again from like the D&D stuff, because they don't have to answer then to Wizards of the Coast and sort of make amends and make it like light and bright, because Divinity is like crazy. Like it's got some crazy stuff.
Divinity I'm not super familiar with. What kind of game is it?
I would say very similar in style to how they did Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
But it is not D&D. It's their own system of like combat, actions, things you do, but it's role play.
Okay.
You play characters, you can make your own. They have stories of characters you can choose, and they've got like really, really good stories.
Okay.
There's like, dragon folk, elves. But for instance, unlike a Tolkien or like a D&D elf, they're like beautiful and like slender. The elves...
Tolkien elves are pretty hot.
Pretty hot. Pretty freaking hot.
Yeah.
The elves in Divinity are kind of like fucked up, and they have like cannibalism, and if they eat human corpse, they'll like gain memories from the person. They're like pretty dark and twisted. So anyway, all that being said is I saw the cinematic trailer and I was like, this is best case scenario. This is Larian at their finest, going back to their own IP. Nobody to answer to except their sick, twisted mind, the sick developers, and storytellers. I'm very excited. I don't know when it's going to come out. And then I also saw this one that is D&D. There's another one, but not Larian because they're not doing that. And it was funny seeing it after I saw this Divinity trailer. It just looked more childlike. Like Divinity, this one was like so sick. And then I saw the D&D one and it was like warlock stuff. And I was like, okay, you know.
You're too mature for that now, though.
Well, I'm just like, it serves, it has its time and place, and I'll probably play both games. But there was something just really enthralling about Larian going back to their own stuff.
For sure.
And I'm really excited. It looked crazy.
I'm excited for you. You had me at pigs eating human vomit.
I gotta show you the trailer. I'll show you the trailer.
Hell yeah. I guess my skepticism is coming in.
Okay.
For a franchise I know nothing about.
Yeah,
First of all,
no, give it to me.
Baldur's Gate 3 is coming on PlayStation Plus in this month, which not today, that's too much.
The hits keep hitting.
So we have a trend where I finally am playing the games that you hyped like over a year ago, but
over a year, it's been like, brother, that came out like 2-3 years ago.
Not 2 years. Yeah, no, you're right. But I'll finally know what the hell you're talking about.
Are you gonna play it?
I'll download it, and we'll see how the first hour goes.
Should try.
I will try. I'll definitely try. We're up against my very limited attention span here, so that's an uphill battle. But for you, Sydney, I'll try.
You'll do it.
Also to have things to talk about. And
yeah.
Even though we'll probably be done talking about Baldur's Gate.
No, I'm never gonna.
Podcast.
I'm
no,
never
that's
gonna
the
be
thing.
done.
Yeah, we still have a counter. It comes up every episode, and we'll continue to after this.
I will go back and watch every episode, and there will be a counter every time.
I think we should add that in, producers.
We gotta be at like 20 something.
It's been every episode. I think. Yeah, unless it's been edited out. There's like 3-hour monologues you've made that are just like completely cut from time. Yeah. I guess just to kind of segue a little bit, and I'm curious, cinematic trailers for video games, I think, are a very interesting thing.
I know.
I think of way back when Dead Island, which had like an incredible trailer of like basically the first few minutes of 28 Weeks Later, where it's this really dark, like, oh my God, like this is going to be the most realistic, gritty, like the Walking Dead video game meets, Last of Us meets, like, it's just the most epic, dark zombie movie type of thing where you fall in love with these characters. And then you get there, and listen, I like Dead Island, but you're like, oh, here's a golf club. Let's just bash a bunch of zombies in the head, and you can kind of just build your own character. And it's a lot of fun. I like Dead Island, but it was nothing like anything like the cinematic trailer. So cinematic trailers to me I feel like they're
dangerous.
Ways to build hype for sure, but you go back to the Zelda on GameCube. You could call it a cinematic trailer. Not really, but they're kind of hyping of the GameCube. They had basically what looked like a sequel to Ocarina of Time and this super gritty Link fighting Ganondorf. And then Wind Waker came out and people lost their minds, and obviously that backfired pretty darn bad. So maybe game companies are a little smarter with their cinematic trailers, so to speak. But for me, it's always a huge red flag when I see a little disclaimer at the bottom of a trailer, like not in-game footage.
Not in-game footage.
Where it's like you can put whatever the hell you want in there and then release whatever you want,
It's true. I mean, I definitely, I think I agree with you, and I have been burned before where, you see an incredible cinematic trailer and then it's like a top-down turn-based game where you're just like, what the fuck? So they could do that. Absolutely. They could pull the rug out from under me, and it could be like introducing the new turn-based card game,
right? Exactly.
And I'd be like, God, fine, they got me, got my ass. I don't think that's the case. It looked, and again, we're not talking like Final Fantasy cutscene that looks like a movie.
I was going to bring that up. Final Fantasy 7 and 8, when I was a kid, I was like, oh my God, these games are crazy. Because I only saw the trailers. And Kingdom Hearts is another one. I only saw the trailer. The actual game does not look quite as...
No.
It's like when you cut from those amazing CGI cutscenes in Final Fantasy 7, and then you have a little blocky cloud, which I'm not shitting on Final Fantasy 7. It's great. But as a kid, I definitely thought the whole game looked like that.
Yes.
Because I was dumb.
When I saw the Kingdom Hearts intro and the music video for like Simple and Clean.
Right.
Incredible.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous cinema. But yes, I totally hear you. I think it wasn't quite like that. Like it definitely was high quality.
Right.
But it could have been made on the engine they used for the game. Like, it very well might have been, you know, in line with graphics that would appear in a cutscene in the game.
Yeah.
That being said, we'll see. I'm excited. I love a teaser, personally. I mean, like, think of GTA 6. That was a cinematic trailer.
It was, but at the same time, I feel it was
in line with the graphics of the game.
Yes, it's probably done with the engine of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
And probably cutscenes that are actually in the game. When you come out with a cinematic trailer as a way to announce a game, I mean, they might not have even started real development on this bitch. Like, it might have been, they just crafted the trailer just to build hype and investments and stuff.
There was not many a voice actor happening. It was a lot of, like, crowd sounds and sort of, like, noises. And I was like, well, you haven't cast. These aren't people in the game.
They could have outsourced the whole damn thing. You know, that could have been nothing to do with the game whatsoever.
It also felt like, for this specifically, in the world of Divinity, this was like a flashback to something that happened that made the world the way it is, and now the game will most likely take place in the future. Like, at least that's what it felt like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Divinity fans. But I think it was more so like, this might be an explanation for something, and now we're going to live in that world of what happened. It felt like catastrophic and stuff.
Sure.
So totally, we'll have to see. It made me very excited, hopeful for the games, you know, coming out in the future after, like, all this bullshit tech stuff that we've been talking about. I needed some positivity. Did you see anything that you were excited about?
I will say, just to answer your question really quick, because we're out of time before I can talk about what I'm hyped for.
We have to get to our guest. We have Sachi with us, so we will be getting to that, but yes.
I was just going to say the one game I'm really, really hyped for, which might have already released, is Resident Evil Requiem, a.k.a. Resident Evil 9. And it's, first of all, they always get me with the way that they slip the number into the actual title. Requiem with the Q in the eye is like a little 9.
That's cute.
I think. I don't know. But, I mean, they did it with 7, Resident Evil Biohazard, the V.
Yes.
Village was the V and the eyes, which is Resident Evil 8.
Love when they fade in and then it's like comes up on the...
But I feel like Capcom, again, they love promoting Resident Evil. They make a lot of money on all of its spin-offs, all of its remakes. When they really believe in a Resident Evil title, that's when they give it the number, you know, which 7 was great. 8 I liked more than a lot of people because it kind of... It wasn't as scary as 7, but there were some really good horror elements. I think of the giant fetus monster and like the weird lab, and there's some. It's not quite as scary as 7, but then it added more character and schlock. You know, like from Resident Evil 4. That's a lot of people thought it was
schlock
Resident Evil 4
in a positive way. Schlock in like a fun.
Lady Dimitrescu. I mean, she's amazing. Like, I love the fat man merchant guy. That's great. I love that stuff.
Every game needs a Chungus guy, like a Chungus guy to fight. I mean, Last of Us had it too.
He's on your side. You don't have to fight Chungus.
Oh, do you not fight him?
No, he's like the merchant guy, basically.
Fight him.
Which, welcome. What are you buying? I mean, that's going way back to Resident Evil 4, but. Thank you. Okay.
Everyone tell Marcus he did a good job.
Thank you.
Stick around. We've got Sachi coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We're your Zeitgeist podcast. Next Level Play. Ta-da! And just like that, magic. Sachi is in the studio now. We said she was coming. We're so excited to have her here on Next Level Play. Sachi, welcome.
Hello. Hi. I'm so glad to be here. I was telling them I see all the clips. I'm so excited.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Online clips, that's all that matters.
Right.
Sachi, please introduce yourself for the folks at home.
Yes. What is up, everyone? My name is Sachi, your local magical gal. You may know me as Chibitat with the 0. Cosplayer, streamer, content creator, general gremlin, fashion girly.
and maybe you know Sachi from ESR because you hosted Anime Showdown.
Yes, I did. I am your host for Anime Showdown. Esports time. Anime Showdown.
A little self-plug
Still
there.
remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go check that out too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like taking an extension cord and like...
Mm-hmm. It's like, and also...
That's infinite power, by the way.
Yeah. Extension cord plugging into itself. It's infinite power.
I mean, hey.
Happy to be back in the stew.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And we're also in like a new studio now, which is fun. I'm so happy to have you on though, because on Next Level Play, we talked, Marcus said earlier that we are the pop culture zeitgeist,
I'm
which
writing all this down.
was insane.
I didn't say we're the zeitgeist. I said we discuss
The
things
All
of
things.
the
Okay.
zeitgeist.
Got it,
Yes,
got it,
I was
got
trying
it.
to do a little all-encompassing.
Which is true. It's like
Yeah.
we talk a lot about video games
Yes.
and esports and sort of things going on in that realm.
Yeah.
But I am so excited to have Sachi on to talk anime.
Yes.
Because rarely does it come up naturally for Marcus and I, but when we have a guest on who knows their shit, I just love to get like the inside scoops, like what are you watching now? And we'll get to like your tops, but let's start with, what are you watching now?
I've been watching Pluribus. I am in
On Apple TV.
Yes, on Apple TV. I'm an addict for cool sci-fi. I'm loving that.
Have you heard of it?
Well, yes, because I'm a huge. I mean, Breaking Bad I've seen twice.
Oh, yes, also,
and
yes,
Better Call
same guy.
Saul I was a huge fan of. So Rhea Seaborn, I think is her name, right? I love Better Call Saul. That I've only seen once. Breaking Bad I've seen more.
Wait.
My second favorite show of all time, Breaking Bad.
Same creator as Breaking
Vince
Bad.
Gilligan.
Creator, yeah, and
But-
it's in Albuquerque as well.
But it's sci-fi?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said.
I haven't seen it either, but it's the female lead of Better Call Saul, which is the spin-off of Breaking Bad. But this is totally different universe.
Not related. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally different, and she's an amazing actress too. So I haven't seen it yet, but I've been pumped. I'm gonna wait for it all to be released and then get my Apple TV resubscribe
Nice.
going on.
Yeah.
You know?
The quick
After that
trial
little
again.
break,
Yeah,
yes, as
I-
you should.
Okay, so Pluribus.
Yeah, I've been
highly
watching
rec.
that
Okay.
highly rec because I love anything sci-fi. I started Record of Ragnarok season 3.
Okay. How is it? Okay.
It's hard to get through, I feel like, because it's so much recap.
Yeah.
But so is anime, I guess, now. It's a lot of recap. Obviously, I saw the Chainsaw Man movie. I saw the JJK movie. I'm watching a lot of movies, I feel like, recently.
yeah.
What did I just watch? Oh, F1, finally.
Oh, how
I've
was
been
that?
behind
How
on
was
so
that?
much. F1 was actually pretty good.
I've heard good things. Okay.
Yeah, it was
okay.
actually pretty good. It was. If you saw the Gran Turismo movie, it was basically like a higher budget of that.
I heard it was better than Gran
Yeah, it was
Turismo.
better.
Okay.
It was better. But they're pretty good.
I thought you were talking about just the actual sport.
Oh no, yeah.
I've been watching F1 in general.
Yeah, I've just been having an F1 arc.
Well, why not?
Yeah, I know, right? Why
I'm
not?
The sports
I should.
boy.
I would love to see it, like go to Vegas and
Yeah.
Oh, live?
that would be- yeah, that would
Dude, I heard it's so loud. It's so loud. Like I can't
Everyone
imagine.
has the yeah. Let me see. I feel like I've been watching so much I don't know what I've been watching. In terms of anime, finally catching up on Sakamoto Days. I've been a bit behind on that. I've been
just
more reading.
started Sakamoto Days.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I don't know
Welcome.
why I was not on board from the
Yeah.
beginning. I guess because it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
The anime, like it did good to the manga, but the manga is just way better.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, the manga is just really, really better. Like the anime, like I don't know, I felt like it was gonna be like the next big anime to come out kind of thing, but like it was kind of just a sleeper. The manga is amazing.
So this is classic. I just have to read the manga.
Yeah,
which
you
is
just
what
have to read the manga.
everybody says.
That's what I've been doing a lot lately too, is reading. I started reading like Astro Boy is a really cool sci-fi manga. The Marshall King.
Okay,
I've
I
been
don't know.
reading
I
the
don't know that
Marshall
one.
King.
These
So
are all
Dr.
just
Stone. Dr.
over my
Stone.
head.
You're
Yeah.
familiar with Dr. Stone?
He's lying. He just lied to you.
He
just lied.
Okay, so the creator of Dr. Stone started a new manga called The Marshall King. It's a western, but it's really good.
Ooh.
Gunslinging western.
Like,
so.
but it's really good. As
Yeah,
like westerns are shit.
It's
Is
a
what you're trying to
like
say.
in anime, like it could be like slow, or most people think like western. They think like I don't know, like Trigun, Cowboy Bebop.
I do love Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I love both of those shows.
Yeah.
So
It took me a long time to get into westerns in general because I thought westerns were just like John Wayne 50s
Yeah,
searchers
very.
westerns. It wasn't until I got into spaghetti westerns and like some 90s stuff and like Django Unchained came out that I was
Yes.
like, hey, this is The Dark Tower is like my favorite series. Oh, you know The Dark Tower? Oh, my girl.
Also, shout out to what was that? Wild Wild West. I feel like that movie never
Will
gets enough
Smith?
credit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steampunk greatness.
Wow.
Steampunk greatness.
Honestly,
That is
yeah.
that is like kind of a deep cut. Nobody ever
That's
talks
one
about
of my like I have it on probably like bootleg VHS somewhere in my parents' house. That's like one of my movies.
Sandwiched right between like Men in Black
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Independence Day as far
Yes.
as like
Oh.
late 90s Will Smith blockbusters. No one talks about Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I think it gets buried because I mean he did so
I
many
mean, it's
good-
not as good as those, but like it's still
It's so campy.
it
Like
is
you,
fun.
it's
Yeah.
fun to rewatch for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I love all those recommendations. I know I need to watch Pluribus.
Yeah, definitely get on that.
Okay, so
and Welcome to Derry, which just ended last night.
Yes,
that's what I've been watching.
Also
I'm like,
need
what have
to
I been
watch.
watching? Yeah,
I have the song for Wild Wild West stuck in my head.
yeah,
now. Going back to the Wild Wild West.
That was
my God, it's so good.
Great soundtrack.
So good.
I gotta rewatch that movie now.
Yes, you should.
It's bringing me back.
And like the CGI and stuff for the time, like it was like.
Does it hold up?
Okay.
I wonder if I watch it now.
It's tricky, but like it's fun for me.
I'm gonna keep it
entertaining.
in my nostalgic little pocket in
Yeah,
my
it's
brain.
like-
I feel like that's where it's gonna, hold up the
You
best.
can't watch
but-
it too
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so anime-wise, you hosted Anime Showdown.
Yes.
And you also hosted Anime NYC.
Yes.
2025.
Yes,
this
that
year.
was this year.
Yes. How was Anime NYC? I didn't get to go.
Oh, it was fun.
It was good?
It was good. It was really packed. I think every year I've been going since like it's been like doing
Which was only what, like
7
Yeah.
years or so. No, it has to be more than 7. Maybe 10.
But it's grown like
say like 7 years.
exponentially.
Yes.
So remember that first year it was like one building?
Yes,
it was just
exactly.
That one
So now we have like all of the Jacob Javits.
insane.
It feels like Comic-Con.
Yeah, it literally feels like Comic-Con, which is kind of like tricky because it's like a month and 2 months now because it's Anime NYC is August, Comic-Con's in October.
Yeah,
Sure.
they stack them, and it's just like you do kind of end up wanting to go to both.
Both, exactly. So it's hard. It's better though now because it used to be October was Comic-Con and then November was Anime NYC.
Yeah.
And cosplayers always plan half-naked cosplays when it's like,
It's too cold.
13 degrees outside. So
You can't win with cosplay though, because in the summer too, in August, you're like
Yes, hot and
sweating in the
sticky.
wigs and like if you're wearing leather. Oh God.
and I'm always wearing leather in the
Yeah.
summer for whatever reason. So yeah.
So Anime NYC this past year.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Did you cosplay?
I did. Osanagri from Sakamoto Days.
Okay.
Chainsaw Lady from Sakamoto Days.
Nice.
I did Jury from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
She was the host for the Dark Tournament. Best shonen
Arc ever,
battle
yeah.
arc
I'm
ever.
with you on that,
yeah,
honestly,
best.
yeah.
Like everyone tries to be that. Catch up. And who else did I cosplay? Did I cosplay on Sunday? Did I go on Sunday? I did go on Sunday.
Did you take it easy?
I think so. I'm like, did I cosplay on Sunday? That's actually a
Must have been really good.
right. I know for Comic-Con, I cosplayed Reika from Gantz. So I think that's probably all the cosplays I did.
That's a lot.
That's it. Just that. Just
Just something light.
And in terms of cosplaying, I always ask because I cosplay light, where
yes.
like I'm not making the whole thing.
yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that? Do you make any pieces? Are you not into that side of it?
Right. So it depends on who the character is when I decide to cosplay.
So
'cause
true.
A lot of the
So
times
true.
it's like you see a character maybe months in advance.
Yes.
Maybe it's still in the manga. It's not even out in the anime yet. And you're like, oh my God, I want to do this cosplay. I want to do this character. And like, you make it, obviously, because it's not out yet to buy.
Yes.
And then by the time you finish making it, like Miku Costumes posts it for like $65, all inclusive, all the props you need. And you just spent like 100
Days.
something on just fabric.
And
right?
days
And
of
days
making
on
it.
it, hot glue burns and stuff. So it depends. So now I try and like temper it. Like I wait a little bit. I see like, okay, if this is something that I know I can make quick, then I'll do it. But if it's something that it's like, okay, maybe this is going to take a while and maybe by the time I'm ready to do this, it's going to be out already, which keeps happening. The Marvel Rivals costumes, the speed in which those are coming out is actually insane.
Everybody's obsessed with Marvel Rivals, which I get it. It's very fun. Have you done any from that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Because I keep, every time, I bought everything to do Sue Storm, but her evil Malice.
Yeah.
I did everything, bought everything to do Malice. Literally 2 weeks later, full Malice costume up, ready to be bought. I'm like, that looks so much better than what I was doing right now.
That's literally how I feel. Whenever I make something, even if it's like a prop, like the weapon or whatever, and I'm like with my foam and like my clay.
Exactly, my EVA foam.
I'm carving my little air dry
Right.
clay. I finish it, I paint it, and then when I see the other ones that are being sold, I'm like,
You're like, oh, dang it. Like, I
should've
should have
just-
waited.
should've
yes.
just bought it.
But it's also good, too, because it's like, the more you make, the better you get at it, and like you get to be like, okay, well, I made this, and have that little like, well, this is mine,
and it's
like,
fun.
And yeah, exactly.
I'm literally like watching the anime as I'm making it. You know, like
exactly.
It's fun.
It's part of the whole process, which is why we do it for fun.
It tastes better
Cosplay,
when you make it yourself.
Fun.
Right?
It tastes better when you make it yourself.
Yes, it does.
But that being said, too, I feel like sometimes in the cosplay world, there's a little bit of like, oh, you didn't make that, or like, and it's like, you know what?
Elitist.
I thought about this 2 weeks before the con. Like, I made a switch up of a costume. Sue me.
I have a job.
Right.
I have a job.
I'm working a 9 to 5. Like,
I don't know how to sew latex.
Right.
Sue me.
They're gonna get what they get. Like, you can tell who I am, right? Okay, cool. So then we're both here. Yeah. No, that's true. And I think all cosplay is cosplay, because the point of cosplay is like, it's literally costume play. Like, it's about fun. It's about celebrating the fandom. It's about making fans, like celebrating the characters that you love. So like whether you made it, didn't make it, it's a closet cosplay, you painted a shirt. I think it's all cosplay. Elitist or
I love that.
Weird.
No, I love that. It's about celebrating the fandom. I think one of the most fun things at a con is when you see other people in the same costumes or from the same fandom, and then it's like you take big group photos, you do a bunch of jokey fight stuff.
Yeah,
and
you do the Spider-Man meme.
You do the Spider-Man meme.
Have to do the Spider-Man meme.
Do you ever see people in the same fandoms?
Yes.
And like, what's that vibe like?
It's always fun. Like, there's always like a really big like One Piece cosplay meetup and there's usually like a few One Piece cosplay
There's too many.
meetups. Yeah, Anime NYC, and like it's always fun because it's like you get to see your fans, you get to see people maybe you met last year, get to talk about the show or the book or whatever it is. Like, yeah, I love that's the fun of going to cons, especially because they're expensive now.
Yes.
So like you kind of have to find the fun of going to cons.
Yeah, you're not just going to buy stuff.
Right.
There's got to be more.
There's got to be more. And then it also, like, as a creator, as a cosplayer, it can turn into work very quickly. So, like, you want to make sure you're still having the fun part. Cosplay, fun.
There's also, like, I feel like you make a good point. Like, there's a lot of meetups.
Yeah.
And things that are not specifically through the con, but through, like, the fandoms, or, like, there's after parties hosted by local companies and, like, groups and stuff. Have you been to any, or, like, were there any this past year that were really fun?
So I'm in LAN Party, and, they're, like, a local NYC group here, and, like, we always do, like, really cool after parties. There was one too, Viz Media had one with this brand called BioWorld, which does, like, really cool, like, anime merch and stuff. So it was just like a little mixer kind of meetup stuff. So I felt very fancy. Like,
we just talked to Greg from LAN Party.
Oh, nice.
We literally had him on. Go check out that episode.
Yeah, what are you doing? Well, no, stay here first.
Stay here also.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about LAN Party at all? Because you do stuff with them.
Yeah. So like I do events for them. I host like one of the main events that I do with them is Girls Game Night every year.
Night.
Yes.
Talked about that.
We did, yeah.
So like shout out to Girls Game Night. I love it. I'm actually trying to do it more than just once a year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, don't quote me. But I love LAN Party because we started as like, like just a group of friends in New York just trying to like show how cool nerd stuff is, and like we're all just a bunch of nerds. So it's fun to like throw events and like help people like throw their own events or like host parties that people like. Yeah. Because a lot of the parties, sometimes the music can get very con after party vibes instead of like
what do you mean
party vibes?
Like we're playing the Pokemon theme song 12 times in a row kind of thing, and it's like, okay, yes, we are all nerds, but also
that's somebody who doesn't know the true nerd culture, where they're just like, you like video games.
Yeah, you like video games, right? And it's like, yes, but
we also like
not
dancing
all night. Yeah, exactly.
We're
we also like
real humans,
right? Top 40 wouldn't hurt, stuff like that. So shout out to LAN Party, love them.
Speak more on Girl Game Night, because I feel like coming up in the next year, hopefully that will be happening maybe more than once.
Yes. So Girls Game Night, I've been doing it for 7 years now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like every year. So it's like a charity event where we do, and we're all about showcasing like women and femme presenting non-binary people as well, people in the gaming space. Mm-hmm. So like we host tournaments, we do giveaways, casual tournaments. We do giveaways. I usually have like vendors, like local vendors come and sell their stuff. So we'll have like anime jewelry, or like last time it was like nails and like cake pops. Always a DJ.
So into this.
Yeah, you definitely gotta come. You guys gotta check it out. And it's always fun. Girls, femme, non-binary people are always free, and then like guys, their ticket it's $10 and it goes towards donations because we're usually always raising money for either Black Girls Code or 1000's Dream Fund.
Hell yeah.
So that always like helps out other creators.
So sick.
Yeah, we always have like a panel where I moderate and talk to like local streamers. Well, not even local, because we always do it the Sunday of Anime NYC.
Oh,
so we try and get as much people that are in the city there to like show up. Last time we had Black Girls Gamers have a meetup there during Girls Game Night. So it's always fun, and it's like nice to like get people together. A lot of people meet like their new duo partner. They meet like their new gamer. They feel like comfortable enough to try out a new game.
Yeah.
Like, we always force people to join the tournaments. They're like, I don't play Tekken. It's like, I don't care. Play.
Try it.
Try it. Press the buttons.
That's awesome. I feel like it's hard, especially in New York City, you know, like there are gaming cafes and there are places where you can go, and they do have like tournaments and stuff, but it's money. You got to pay, you know, your day pass.
There,
so that is really, really cool.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to like just try out whatever. We even have like cards and board games because we always have it at OS NYC. Shout out to OS, my second home. Yeah, and it's just fun. It's like really laid back, and it's just zero pressure where it's like if someone wants to get into streaming or someone just started streaming, they can like ask questions to fellow creators and like just get more insight and meet new people and go home with a nice goodie bag that me and my mom make.
Be sure, what socials can they follow?
Oh, yeah. So if you follow me, my Instagram is Chibithot, Chibi, TH0T, or LAN Party or OS NYC's Instagram. We always post the flyers and everything. So be on the lookout. It's always the Sunday of Anime NYC, but maybe we will be doing something more
There'll be some
than
more.
that. I would also love to travel with it to other cons.
That would be cool.
We will see.
How many, that I wanted to ask. So Anime NYC, obviously you're in New York City.
Yeah, yes.
Are there any other cons that you've been to or that you really want to go to that you like had great experiences at?
I need to go to Dragon Con.
Okay, yes.
I need to go to Dragon Con.
In Atlanta?
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to experience that 4-day party.
Insanity.
Yes.
Costume contest.
I need that.
Dragon Con is insane.
It's literally insane.
One year, the elevator, someone dressed as the fucking elevator and won the costume contest because it's that like niche.
Yes.
Like Dragon Con is so special.
And that's what I live for, like just stupid internet memes and just stupid, like I love that. So I love
that's on the list.
Yes, I really want to go to Dragon Con. But I've been to KatsuCon, I've been to Blurred Con, I've been to Anime NYC, New York Comic Con. Back in the day when it was like New York Liberty Fest or whatever, giving away my age.
They learned.
Yeah. DreamCon, I go every year. I've been to AwesomeCon once. That was really fun. I did MomoCon. I really want to go back to MomoCon. That's also in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I really want to go back to MomoCon. Oh, and Holiday Matsuri. I'm not going this year, so
What's
I'm sad.
that one?
So Holiday Matsuri is in Orlando.
Okay.
And it's gaming, cosplay, anime con, but it's during December. It's like December 18th or something. So everyone goes dressed as like kind of holiday versions of their character.
Stop.
Yeah, so kind of like Colossal Con where it's like everyone goes dressed as swimsuit versions of the character. Yeah. So like Holiday Matsuri is fun. Like someone dressed as the from Midsummer.
Oh.
But instead of the flowers,
a Christmas tree?
It was like the bows, like the little Christmas sticky bows, like everywhere. So
Obsessed.
it's like it's always fun to see people like reinterpret the multiple Jesus cosplays that we get. Like it's always fun. Holiday Matsuri is like a friend con, and I always say it feels like back in the day when we went to cons just for fun. Like people are still like sitting on the. I always say like. Conventions changed ever since people stopped sitting on the floor in groups of friends.
We need more sitting on the floor.
Yeah, like no one's pulling out their DSs, no one's trading cards on the floor randomly.
They don't
anymore.
let you.
Yeah, I know.
They're
they
like,
don't let
stand
us.
up.
They're like, no, you're blocking the like. This is the culture. Leave us alone.
We need more crisscross applesauce.
Yes,
in the
we need
world,
more
for sure.
crisscross
Yeah.
applesauce at the con circuit. But Holiday Matsuri feels like that, especially because like it's in the hotel, so there's a lot of like hotel parties and stuff. So it's
sure they
always
love
fun.
that.
Yeah,
I feel
and
like
it's a big tournament con too, like big gaming.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
really?
Like Evo sponsored one of their tournaments like 2 years back.
Whoa.
Yeah, shout out to Hallman.
That's
I love
sick.
Hallman. Yeah,
We should go.
that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Next Level Play
we
should go.
have a funded event.
I say directly to camera when I'm
Yes.
talking to the
Wink,
director
wink.
behind the
The
camera.
hosts get a free flight and tickets
and
stay.
I'll make a fun
resort.
costume.
Sounds real good.
Oh, and he's giving us the cut it out.
Cut
Okay.
it out.
That sounds incredible, though. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like my grumpy hot take as I get older, having been to the cons when they were much smaller.
Yes.
My grumpy hot take is kind of like, damn, it's so commercialized nowadays. Like, Artist Alley has shrunk while, you know, the bigger booths like eBay has a huge
like the most
fucking
random
booth.
booths ever. Like the Marines are always there for whatever
and they're like,
reason.
do pull-ups, and it's like, shut up.
Do pull-ups. It's like,
Shut
I'm in
up.
cosplay. Leave me alone.
I respect the troops.
Anyway, I only hope that like we still have some semblance of like the sitting on the ground.
Yeah, like that culture, especially now. Oh my God, I saw it at Anime NYC too. Influencer con.
Oh.
Everywhere is a camera or like someone strapped from their head to their feet in like just filming gear following someone and bright lights, and it's like but it's like also I'm a creator, so it's like
I know.
I
I'm
get
like,
it, but like ugh.
and some of the funniest videos are like people I love and cosplayers I love
Exactly.
hanging out together at cons where I'm
Exactly.
like, oh, that rocks. Like, I love that. But yeah, there's something to be said when you're there.
Yeah, you see it.
It takes you out of and then you're like, you know, trying to squeeze through, and
Yep.
the camera guy's like, excuse me. And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's like, well, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
sorry.
I paid my ticket, sir.
Right.
But yeah, so I would only hope that, and maybe it's just we need more different cons.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so. I think smaller cons. Also, like, go check out your local cons. A lot of places have like really small local cons. It could be like even like here Anitomo. It's a 1-day con. It's held at Japan Village in Queens.
Cute.
So I want to say that's Queens, somewhere on the R line. But yeah, I want
Yeah.
to say it's called Japan Village. Yeah. So Annie Tomo, shout out to Eileen. She does this con every year. It's really fun. It's free. There's like presentations. There's like idols performing. There's like sumo match wrestling stalls, food
Wait,
stalls.
it sounds way more like a cultural con. That
Yeah,
sounds
it
dope.
really is. And like you come, there's cosplay contests. I host there every year too as well. We do like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but like anime version and stuff like that.
Oh,
with
yeah.
How do I
Justin.
not see? This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, how have I not heard
It's
about
always
this?
like no one ever hears about it. Yeah, it's definitely check out. I think the Instagram is Annie Tomo.
Okay.
Tomo Annie. Yeah, I love that con. It's fun. It's quick. It's free. But there's a lot of things like that. I also just did something at like the Queens Public Library where it was like a 1-day anime day, and there's like people selling stuff. And we also did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire anime version.
So fun.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of those type of things is fun, and that's where you like meet people instead of like the big cons where it's like there's so much people
It's
there. You kind of
overwhelming.
it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's me. That's been me as I got older. Everything is overwhelming.
Also, like when you're in costume,
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
different experience.
Oh my God.
Like I do love cosplaying, but like going to a con on a day where I'm not dressed up versus going dressed up. Also, as a woman, the type of cosplay that you're doing.
Yes.
I did Asuka Langley,
Oh,
and
nice.
it was a full bodysuit, and like the boobs were boobing, and
Yep.
like the wig was wigging, and,
And
it
everything's
looked
just tight and
tight.
Just, oh God, yeah.
And did I ride the hour-long subway to the Javits Center in full cosplay?
And you have to do the walk of shame.
Yes, I
to
did.
to the Java Center.
And the next day, I did trunks. Very different experience, you know?
Yes.
So, like, I do really
way
love
more
it.
comfy.
Way more comfy. And, like, the photos being taken with people
Oh, yeah.
one versus the other, I'm like, okay, I understand.
Yeah, literally. In
why you're-
trunks, they're probably like, "Oh, like thanks." And
They're
then
like,
in the
"I
other
love
one, they're
Dragon Ball."
Like, take it, like, turn around and
Yeah.
can you
Turn
pose this way?
Turn
Like,
around. Look sexy.
No, this is wrong. Yeah,
But
that's how it is as a cosplayer. Unfortunately.
I wonder, too, as a person who does cosplay and, like, a wide variety of cosplays.
yes.
Do you have one you prefer over the other, or is it like the character kind of gives you what, like you're like, oh, I choose that character, so I
Yeah,
choose
I would
that
say the
cosplay.
character. Like one thing about me, I'm so like, I guess anal would be the word about it. It's like Anime NYC, I have to do an anime cosplay.
Yeah.
Comic-Con, I try not to do anime cosplays.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. It's just like a weird brain thing. I'm like, no, I can't, which is why I end up wearing something scantily clad and it's 20 degrees just because it's not an anime cosplay and it's Comic-Con and it's like I want to be on trend. But besides that, no, it's just about the character. I really love my Master Raven cosplay from Tekken. I like when I like look like the character, and I think that helps me to like get more into it. And also like when it's cozy. So like Master
Yeah.
Raven's just a Zentai suit
Oh.
and like natural hair. So I'm like, okay, this I can get with this.
Also, I fuck with a Tekken cosplay.
Yes.
Wait, so I was gonna ask, if you don't prefer to do anime cosplay at other cons that aren't necessarily anime cons. What are some of the video games that you love playing or like would love to do cosplay of?
I love fighting games. So like obviously I'm always gonna do like either Master Raven or like some sort of Tekken. I've done Chun-Li. I've done Lilith from Darkstalkers. I've done Jury from Street Fighter, Elena from Street Fighter, Ibuki from Street Fighter. There's a lot of I'm so bad at Street Fighter, but I love the character.
I'm right there.
I can't even read the Street Fighter moveset. Like, it's so weird. Quarter circle, I don't know what
mash.
you are.
Do we not all button mash? I button mash.
That's why I stopped playing.
I play claw.
She knows what she's doing. Yeah. I stopped playing fighting game. I mean, I played Tekken 3 as a kid. That was my first Tekken game. And then I went back to Tekken 2 and Tekken 1. But then once I turned 8 years old, and people actually knew what they were doing and learned the combos and stuff. I was like,
fun. Where you couldn't even stand up. They were just like kicking you into the ground repeatedly.
That's me with Street Fighter.
Could not. Yeah, with people juggling me around. I was
yeah,
just
it's not
like,
fun anymore.
I don't even know how to block or sidestep.
I'm going back to arcade.
Yeah, so Soul Calibur, I was like, I have a weapon, so this is different. But it's,
have you done Soul Calibur?
Love Soul Calibur. I want to do Talim. I do that cosplay very much, and also Jinx. I want to say with the hoop, with the like she has like a hoop. Yeah, I want to say her name is Jinx.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, she's the creepy clown looking girl.
Soul Calibur, is it? Oh yeah, Wind, Guide Me.
Yes, Talim. Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
I love any 3D fighter. I'm so bad. Like, worst game I'm bad at is Smash. So that's where the level is. Anything that's 2D and tiny.
No, it's different.
Horrible.
It's also,
platformers, horrible.
It's squinty. If there's more than 2 players too, like forget about it.
Get me out of there. No.
I think I'm winning, and I've been dead for like so long. You know,
helps me so much, and I can't up B. I can't up B to save my life. So bad at platformers. But like 3D fighters, something with a pace. So like Tekken, Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat. I need a rhythm.
Yeah.
I need a tic-tac-toe kind of vibe. The only fast game I got decent at was Marvel vs. Capcom. That was like a weird summer arc that I had. It was like free on PlayStation. That's all I was playing.
Yeah. We talked Marvel Rivals too. Are you into that as well?
Yeah, I liked Marvel Rivals. Not good at it yet. I don't play enough, but I love playing it. I was a big Overwatch person.
I was about to say, were you into Overwatch or like Valorant?
Okay. Yeah, Overwatch girly. I was a Zarya and dirty Junkrat main. So that's why I'm now into my Rivals. I like what I like in Rivals. I like Lua Snow. She heals.
There's
I like her.
So many characters.
Yeah, there is, and they all look alike. Everyone looks alike, especially when you look when you're like playing.
Yeah,
it's just lights. Like I don't know, it's weird to see.
Yeah, I've watched a lot
of Marvel Rivals.
I haven't played, but I've watched a lot, and
I watch it a lot.
I should just download it because
you should.
Free.
It's
and
fun.
I could play, and it would be fun.
And you can play like. Against bots until you you learn the maps and stuff.
Thank God.
Yes. And everyone's yelling at you. I'm like, when did you pick this game?
People hate me on the internet.
I played League. I'm scarred. Yeah, I don't need people yelling at me about the line I'm taking. Like, you shouldn't be me. I'm like, shut up.
That's why I don't play as much, because it's like when you're not playing with friends, you're playing with people who hate you because you're just trying to learn, and they're like, get off the stick.
Do you play with randos?
Sometimes, yeah.
You're so brave.
Solo queue sometimes,
you're
which is horrible.
So brave. I can't. Couldn't be me.
Because I'll be like, I just want to sneak on for a little bit, get a little taste, and then I'm like, this is why I don't play.
Yeah. These are people's lives here.
Yes, literally. They take it very seriously.
I didn't know you could do the bot, so maybe I'll check that out.
Yeah, you can play against AI.
Test the water, see if I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. And you can play, check out all the characters. It's fun.
Do you have anything else that you're playing currently? Any video games?
No, I'm not. Life has been lifing.
In a good, busy?
In a busy way. Not in a bad way. In a busy way, but now it's like winter in New York, so like in a cold, and I still like work a 9 to 5. So like in just a drudgingly getting through life way. But like, I really miss coming home and just booting up the PS2, man. Like I feel like life got so much complicated.
What do you rock? Do you still have your PS2?
I do.
What do you rock?
PS2. I love PS2. I love all that's my favorite console.
I still have my PS2.
We ranked it as the number one console of all time.
It is.
So,
no one could argue that. The library, the everything.
People on the internet will argue.
You guys are crazy. Like, the PS2 is there.
Sit with me and imagine then.
Yes.
You just worked your 9 to 5. It's wintertime. It's like dark out by 5 p.m. You're
literally
coming by the time you get home.
Oh my God.
It's dark. Mm-hmm. You do have the night free.
And you took a sensu bean, so you're not tired after
you took a sensu bean.
Yes.
You boot up your PS2. What game are you putting in first?
What game am I putting in first? There's so many.
And you have to go through physically. You have to pick it out.
I'm going to say, this is a very deep cut, but Ninja Assault, it's a light gun game.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
I had a lot of peripherals for my PS2 growing up.
What?
Like,
Respect.
yeah, so Ninja Assault or Jack and Daxter, Precursor Legacy.
Okay.
Classic.
The
First one,
Okay.
yeah, the
Good
first
take.
one.
Yeah.
Spyro, the first one. Funny story about that, I did not have a PS1 memory card,
Oh, okay.
but I had a PS2 and I had Spyro.
So you just
So I
you just
kept
would
it on for a
play
few
and
days.
kept
then-
it on for a few days, and I remember I would come back and like my mom would shut my TV off and be like, no,
Yeah.
all the time.
I've been there.
Yeah. No.
That's-
PlayStation 2 is
Spyro 1, I will go and 100% it.
Yeah.
Like once every few years as a comfort game. And
Yeah.
just
It's
kind
a
of
comfort,
get
yes.
all the treasure. It's so satisfying.
chase
'cause-
the guy with the egg.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lives in
good
my
stuff.
brain. For
Good nasty
sure.
Gnorc. Oh my gosh. Classic.
And I used to get like a lot of my games from like the flea market or like, you know,
Yes,
like
the bin.
EB games.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the bin and stuff. So it's like just a lot of like random games. Like I remember there is this game called Dark Angel. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it was a show on like the CW
Wait,
or whatever.
what?
I think it's Jessica Alba, I want to say.
What?
Dark Angel.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
about
like
the show or but I know about the
yeah,
game.
and there was I saw the game and it's like literally her on the cover. It's definitely called Dark Angel. Yeah, and
Is it like a shooter?
it's kind of like a Mirror's edgy kind of parkour-y
Whoa.
stealth game. Never got far in it. Still have the game though.
These are the games that I miss. It's
Yeah.
like because it's like, what is that game?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like that's why I like the PS2 because there's so many like gems. Like there's so many
Yes.
like games where it's like, what was that? Like I discovered Space Channel 5 on PS2. I didn't even
Whoa.
know it was a Dreamcast game, but I had like this double
Whoa.
deluxe thing. It was on sale. I was like, ooh, that's a pretty girl on the
PS2 had
cover.
a crazy good library. I mean, it's over 1,000 games.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
think it's amazing.
insane.
Dark
Yeah.
Cloud.
It was also the prime time of stuff like that where there'd be like sort of a franchise and they'd be
Yes.
like, why don't we make a video game out
Yeah,
of this?
exactly. Yeah, like I have the Shark Tale game. One of the best, first of all, Nickelodeon game.
Oh my
not?
Besides
gosh.
Tack and the Power Juju.
I had the
Yeah.
Bugs Life
Tack.
game.
Yes.
I would like, and it's like,
Bugs Life game's good.
the Bugs Life game is good, but it was also like, what is this
Yeah,
game?
that was
Like,
me with Shark Tale.
Toy Story 2 video game.
I
is
always wanted
goated.
to play that.
It's
And the
so
Harry
good.
Potter games. I never played the
I
Harry
played
Potter
those,
games. Yeah.
Oh, PS1, not
I had
PS2
a
version.
series of unfortunate events for
See,
PS2. Like
I never
just
had that one.
random,
Didn't
yeah,
even know that was a
random
game.
games.
God, that brings me back. There's something about that is so cozy. It's like
Yes.
your PS2, like, what am I putting in Bratz? Like, am I going to put in the Bratz
Forever
game?
Diamonds. I still have that too.
And I have like a zipper pack of like
yes.
games
All
that
the
I sometimes
games.
flip through, and I forget that they are gems. It's just like there's a comfort to it, and yeah, it's nostalgic, but it's also some of those games just hit in a very simplistic way. You can play, for an hour, maybe.
Yeah, no, I
But-
literally just had a whole rant about like the PS2 being like such a formative, like I grew up an only child too, like my brother and sister are young, so like I was still like 16, like
The
only
gap,
child.
yeah.
All I'm doing is like PS2. Like that was like my like so I love the PS2.
I'm so happy that you also still have yours. Do you
Yes.
have a newer PlayStation
No.
console?
Oh yeah, I have the P5.
You have the 5.
Yeah, I
okay.
have the 5 and the 3. I'm a Sony girl. I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
PlayStation girl.
I feel you. I still
Yeah.
have the 4.
Respect.
I haven't even
Yeah,
gotten the
I
5.
still
I'm
Still
like,
rocking my PS4.
yeah.
Much to the
no
chagrin
rush.
of our
We say this all the
viewers.
time.
Yeah.
We're
The
like,
only rush is like I'm sure like if it works, it's
That's the
like
thing.
the Apple
Well-
thing
Oh,
where they drop a new one and then the P4
I
starts.
never back up my shit, and I've lost all my data.
Like
Well,
if your fan
at
starts
least once every 6 months.
sounding like a
and
jet plane.
not
Yeah.
only that, but like the Apple thing, like they've had updates and now like I can't play Cyberpunk
Yeah, you can't-
anymore. They're like, we don't make that for
Yeah,
your
we're like,
shitty little PS4.
like you still have that? Ew.
Ew, gross. Get
Pathetic.
out of here. A little pop-up message just says gross.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Do better, get good.
Sachi, will you come back for another episode? 'Cause
oh my god.
I feel like we have so
Yes.
much more to talk about video games, anime, cosplay.
Yes, for sure. I would love to. I'd love to chat about
We
nerd
will
stuff.
absolutely have you back. We have to jump to our tier list that's coming up next. But before we do, once again, plug yourself. Where can people find you?
Oh my gosh. You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter and mostly all the things at Chibitat, Chibi T80T. On Twitch and YouTube, I'm Local Magical Gal, GAL. On YouTube, it's Local Magical Gal TV. YouTube TV. Get it? Got it? Okay. Yeah. I'm around. I'm here. Probably at your local cons. I know I'm going to DreamCon next year. Trying to go to MagFest in January. That's in a few weeks. I don't know. Don't quote me. Time is moving very fast. But yeah.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much. This has been
Thank y'all for
so
having
fun.
me.
And stick around, guys. Tier list is coming up next.
Welcome back to Next Level Play.
Your Zeitgeist podcast. I have to stop saying.
No, you're good. The Zeitgeist is craving some underutilized game concepts, I think. Just to speak for the Zeitgeist, which apparently...
To speak for the Zeitgeist,
Yeah.
our tier list today is going to be a wee bit interesting. We're going to do, underutilized game concepts, which is very broad. But I think we have a few cooking.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those podcasts where I don't know how much of it is a wish list of things that I miss from gaming,
Right.
but also some stuff that used to be used in gaming that isn't anymore, that
Yeah.
maybe we can, rank a little bit lower.
Let's jump in.
Let's jump in. Yeah. I'll start with a negative
Okay.
off the bat. I have a couple negatives.
So this is going to go in like a D?
Yeah, it'll kind of be a double-edged sword because there'll be... I'm gonna take both sides because
Okay.
I love to be... I don't know what the hell I want, but something that used to be games used to be a lot shorter back in the day in general.
You mean like the playtime to
Yeah,
finish a
I'm
game?
talking way back like NES, Super Nintendo era, where in order to stretch out that gameplay, just cracked my shoulder.
Yeah, that was
That was
it's a
gross.
good crack.
Yeah, I'm an old man. They would make games insanely difficult, NES hard, if you will. A lot of the NES hard was to disguise the actual length so that you had to grind and start over
Hate
after
that.
a game over.
Hate that.
Level 1, you'd be playing for, every time you play the game, you had to get through level 1, 2, and 3, and then there's a huge wall, and then you get your ass kicked, and you gotta do it again and again and again until you get good. And that was a way to kind of extend the gameplay time for games that, might not have had a lot more of a leg to stand on.
I don't think we need to bring that back.
We don't need to bring that back. So I will say game difficulty to pad length, I'm going to put as like a D.
Okay.
Because I do the satisfaction of finally beating one of those NES game, hard games, Battletoads and Ninja Gaidens, what have you. I miss a little bit, but I'll put that as a D. But then something we should bring back are games that don't frickin' hold your hand, where you do have a certain level of challenge and a difficulty spike, what have you. That I'm going to put as an A, where I feel like games nowadays, the tutorials, your navis, your hey, listen, here's how to do everything in the game. We're going to walk you through every single step and interrupt 300 times in the first couple of hours with a prompt to tell you exactly what to do, because the accessibility is great, but also
But that's why I
holding our
like
hands. Gosh darn it.
more recently, I feel like there's been way more difficulty options at the start of a game where it's
Sure.
like, do you want the storytelling one?
Yeah.
Where we're going to guide you and like, do you want tactical?
Oh yeah,
you
there's
do you
the
want,
new difficulty.
which I appreciate.
Below easy, it's narrative. Yeah,
narrative.
Mode, which
Which, again, accessibility and however you want to play, I do appreciate that as a game concept because
Sure.
you have the option to bypass it. You have the option to be like, don't tell me how to play the game. I just want to be challenged.
So you want more? You consider that underutilized? Is that something you're going to say we want more
No,
of? Or
I would say I want more of it, but
difficulty options.
I think
or?
it's being utilized quite well recently.
Sure.
I was just piggybacking off of yours.
Yeah,
I think the one I have is I want more when you go out of bounds on the map of a game. I want you to die in fun ways. GTA, when you swim too far in the ocean, you get eaten by a shark. And I loved that as a child. I thought that was so fucking funny because most of the time,
Yeah.
you either hit an invisible wall and you can't go outside the map, or you just kind of get like a freeze and it says like turn back.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
a timer where like return to game area
Yeah.
or mission is failed type of thing. Yeah.
which I want it to be more
Organic.
and also like, give me a warning, like, hey, you're outside the map, but if I don't listen to you, a big bird comes and scoops me up, or like, give me some more randomized
It's a good one.
I feel like it just happened a lot in older games and it's not needed, but it would be fun.
I agree with you. Yeah, because I'm with you. They kind of get lazy where they just put a timer and they're like, return to game area now.
And then
or
if you
put up an
don't-
invisible barrier.
I hate the invisible barrier.
Yeah.
Don't invisible barrier me. It breaks my immersion. Let me run. Let me run free.
Put it on an island with a giant cliff, like at least, or where you just fall off, or like some elements where like, you know, you start burning to death and you have to like go back. Like something that's organic, and that is immersion to
like
me.
it.
You know, having something, a natural reason to stay in the game area. We do need more of that. I'll put that as an A, if not an S.
I'm going to put it as an A or an S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't a very ass.
Do you have another one? Ass.
Yeah, I'll start low, or I'll remain low. I'll put a C, full motion video cutscenes and just gameplay in general.
And by that you mean like live action?
I mean, yes.
Yuck.
Like actually using actors.
Yuck.
And having them.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I said yuck, and I'm sorry I had that reaction. As an actor, I would love to be
I was gonna say.
in that type of game.
Yeah.
But I think it has a time and a place.
Well, yeah. I mean, back in the 90s, it blew people's minds because it was literally using, you know, actual people, and then you kind of control them. It's blocky as hell, and it's, you know, they film like eight
face
animations.
turning.
Yeah, exactly. But
in an indie game where it's like you find a videotape or like, you know, something, and it's like real people, and it kind of gives you that like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. There's a feeling that I've gotten from indie games with that aspect that I really appreciate because it's surprising.
Right.
I'm like, oh, they did real people. Like, oh.
It only worked for certain genres. And also graphic styles. It's like now that the characters look like real people pretty darn close, it's jarring to have that disconnect from the uncanny valley to the canny valley.
It has to be like a 24-bit to a full video.
Which, I mean, the best to do it, also the worst to do it, was the original Resident Evil.
Oh.
Which they got rid of. Resident Evil 2, they didn't have that anymore. But the original Resident Evil had the cheesiest, stupidest, most ridiculous live-action cutscenes with the best actors Capcom could scoop up in Japan at the time. And it's so bad and so good, but it's so bad it's good type of thing.
I
It's
think
so ridiculous.
C is a good spot for it because it is so game dependent. Like, it's either amazing or it is like the worst thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. C for point and click adventure because that's the genre where it probably was done the most effectively.
Nancy Drew, like if you would cut, I'm into that. I'm into that.
Right.
King's Quest. Mm-hmm. They should cut to real people. That would be great.
Like 13th Guest, I think might have had it. I could be wrong about that, but there were certain, bizarre like 90s. I'm thinking there was one with Jeff Goldblum for Goosebumps. Yeah, Goosebumps point and click adventure of the 90s had Jeff Goldblum.
My God.
Chewing the scenery. Oh, another one chewing the scenery. Tim Curry in Red Alert. There's a Red Alert like spinoff of Red Alert 3.
I have to go watch
It's so good, and he plays like a Soviet dictator who's like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. You have to see it. He's like, you've kicked us out of the Soviet Union and the world. We'll go to the one place untouched by capitalism. Space! And he's like cracking up as he says it because he did everything in one take. It's gold. It is absolutely
I have another one. Now we're talking about like fun stuff. And this, maybe I'll put in a C too because it doesn't matter and it's not important, but I really like it. The option to play a musical instrument for no reason, and it has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah.
For instance, Arc Raiders, the game I've been enjoying, looter shooter extraction game, you can equip a recorder, and you can walk around, and if you play, it plays like this
grade memories.
Funky little beat, and it's like, and people like in the game can be like, yeah. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help you.
Yeah.
In fact, it alerts people to where you are. But like in Baldur's Gate, you can play an instrument even if you're not like a bard class, just for fun. And sometimes NPCs will walk up and like tip you gold.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
it's funny. It's just like there's no reason that needs to be included.
I love little things like that
just
aren't
like
necessary.
equip a little thing and then you play it randomly, and it's just like they just thought of that.
I mean, back in Ocarina of Time and
play your ocarina. Oh my God!
And I used to try to make songs with the 4 notes they did. And it took me years to realize that if you press certain buttons, you can change the pitch. Oh my God, mind blowing! I think the best example of that was probably Last of Us 2
yes,
with the guitar.
And
yeah,
God
people
knows.
can do like real songs on that.
I had a whole bit when I was streaming it on Twitch that I would be like, give me a song, and then I would not play that song. I just would pretend to play a cover. It was great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, more. You know what? I'll bump that up to a B.
I think it's a really good one.
More
that
of that.
might be even higher, but sure. Let's stay. I'll give my highest one.
Okay.
Unlockable features that's not DLC. I mean, that's dead. I'm from the heyday of the 90s with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, where you can unlock like Spider-Man.
Yes.
And like anti-gravity mode, or moon, I think it was called like moon road mode or something like that, where unlockables were actually a thing, and completing the game or beating certain challenges would give you rewards that are actually worth it. And we can expand that too to like, some games still have this where the tougher difficulty modes are locked until you beat the game normally, which, you know, I appreciate it. But I mean like totally different game modes that are just completely balls crazy. Balls crazy? That's a term,
balls
right?
crazy.
Balls crazy. As crazy as balls.
I think that should be S tier. I miss not necessarily like the grindy challenge part of the games, but I do miss
an actual reward.
Hitting a level and then you get this character that you've been like waiting for, and it's been in like silhouette, you know.
Fighting games were great with
fighting
that.
games
like
were.
Tekken 3.
I'm literally thinking of like Tekken. I think of like Soul Calibur, but
because that's DLC killed it all. Because they're like, hey, we can charge for this. Let's go for it.
Yes, DLC killed it because do you want to buy in-game coin and then you can buy new clothes?
Yeah.
No, just let me unlock it. I just want to uncover stuff.
New Game Plus just isn't the same. I mean, it's a pale comparison to that.
I feel like this was a really good. We have to wrap it up, but like this made me think of so many things that are so small but have made me love a game for whatever reason, and we should come back to this.
Can I think of one more really quick?
Sure,
One more. Cheat codes. Where the hell are cheat codes anymore?
Game Shark.
Oh my God, yeah.
I bought the Game Shark disc, and I used to rent games from Blockbuster, and I would just get the SWAT team in GTA and like get a helicopter. Man, I miss cheat. Rosebud.
Up, down, left, right, BA star, motherfucker.
Rosebud, Moneymaker, Ka-ching. Yeah, I know the Sims cheat codes. Testing cheats enabled true.
I got pink acid boots on. If anyone knows that reference, hit me up.
Call Marcus.
And I'll give you attaboy.
A hug.
I don't want to promise anything.
I'll give you an attaboy.
Yeah.
Oh man, this we should do this list again. I feel like there's many things that we didn't cover, and if you think of any, please
write them. Yeah,
comment. Write me a letter. We have to go because we have Samurai.
Oh no.
He's been waiting here.
You sure we can talk about underutilized game mechanics?
No, he's been in the studio. In fact, he's been looking at us.
I wish he was more underutilized.
That's nice.
Next level play, post-market news coming up next with Samurai.
No, for the last time. Samurai is only here today to record. We can't move these recording dates.
Don't they know I'm busy? Don't they know I got a lot going on?
You know what? Why don't you call my people, and my people will call your people? How about that? Okay, I love you. Okay, bye.
More politics that we play for you, Samurai, all for you.
I think it's really sweet that your mom likes me that much, Sydney.
Yeah.
You know, she
says hi, by the way.
You know, she makes a great carbonara.
How do you know that?
She's had me over for dinner.
Oh my God.
When?
We play games together.
What?
I thought you were in the know about this.
Marcus, also, my mom says you owe her $5.
Oh, it's because we were playing Sonic Racing and we had some money on it.
That Marcus has to pay?
Yeah.
Well,
You can bet on anything nowadays.
Wow.
I gave him a call.
If I could tell the future, I don't think I would ever guess that this would be the outcome of my life. Welcome to Post-Market News. I'm Sydney.
I'm holding back on my jokes.
And I'm Samurai.
And welcome to the segment where Samurai, our in-house psychic, predicts things about pop culture, video games, movies, sometimes us, which really freaks me out. I don't like when you do that.
In-house psycho.
We keep those off just a couple letters.
Yeah. What's your prediction for today, Samurai?
Give it to us.
Nice prediction for you today. So, there's been this rousing success at the box office around this Minecraft movie.
I've heard about this.
A lot
you
of
guys hear
money
about this?
for
You guys hear about
Minecraft
this?
movie. You heard about this? You heard about this?
Chase almost fell over. He was so excited.
He was so excited. He's like, I love the Minecraft movie. Minecraft. It was a huge phenomenon, a huge sensation, raking in billions of dollars.
And what is it?
Well, Jack Black goes into Minecraft.
No, what's Minecraft?
What's Minecraft? Blocks.
Oh.
It's blocks.
Go on.
Okay, so with the success of the Minecraft movie, we are going to see an influx of new video game adaptations at the movie theater, on the cinematic, level.
We're
right?
already seeing. I mean,
we're already post Super Mario
Borderlands.
Brothers.
Listen,
Super
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, varying degrees
But
of
we're
success.
going deep. We're taking a shovel. We're going deep down.
We already did with Minecraft.
But we're gonna go even deeper than the mines will allow.
Dig Dug?
No, maybe, but no.
Okay.
Where we're going is even better than Dig Dug. Bigger than Dig Dug. More influential, more powerful, more than my mind can even comprehend. In the next coming year, there's going to be a $2 billion Pong movie.
Sorry, did you mean to say another Tron movie?
No, Pong.
So what? Okay, what? Please, as a lover of retro,
Yeah, Marcus, please.
go on. Where do we? Who's the protagonist?
Pong.
Okay, but like, are you left
Pong
paddle or right
Pong
paddle?
is the left paddle.
Who plays the ball? Who
Ping
plays?
is the right paddle. One paddle will be played by Jack Black. He's so bankable. You gotta cast him.
So wait, hold on, because I was excited as my favorite childhood game, Battleship, as I was a little piece of shit that would love to
Sink
like
people's
sink
ships.
people's
Big
battleships.
Navy guy.
Yeah, I loved the industrial military complex as a child.
I know
so
that
I
about
loved
you,
Battleship. So then when Rihanna came and graced my eyeballs with her presence in the Battleship movie, I loved that they put aliens into my fucking
Because it
childhood
Just
game
makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah, it just makes fucking
If
sense.
you run out of ideas halfway through a script, add an alien.
So the most important thing, are there going to be aliens in this Pong movie?
You don't need to worry about anyone running out of ideas halfway through. It's all right there. 2 paddles, a ball.
What's the cast of the? Because there's the 3-person cast. I
Jack
assume.
Black.
Jack Black, left
yeah.
paddle.
Oh, the ball is Chris Pratt.
Obviously.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
William,
Yes,
I
the
called
ball
it.
Chris Pratt.
So talented.
I read
He
your
is.
mind.
Yeah.
And then the right paddle,
Bill Murray.
ScarJo.
Oh, wow. I really beefed that one. Of course, it's ScarJo.
ScarJo going back and forth.
Yep.
A classic two-hander.
Yep, $2 billion
A classic
movie.
two-hander with a little Pratt mixed in there. And then
Glenn Paddle.
Glenn Paddle.
Oh, he's the other ball that comes in if you add an extra ball. Do we have that ability? And is this like
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. Third
Yeah,
act.
this is
So
extra
Glenn
live.
Third act
Powell.
twist.
Glenn Powell, obviously a third act twist,
Right.
perfect choice.
Yep.
Comes in as the second ball. To,
Highly bankable, a rising talent.
Well, and if you could just, this sounds great. I'm ready to wrap it up. This sounds perfect. No notes. If you could just throw what genre this film will be.
Thriller. Because you're going to be thrilled watching them paddles up, down, ball, back, forth,
And I
forth.
just one more question real quick. We're about to wrap this one up. One more question, no notes. They are the actors will be portraying the Pongs, obviously, and the Pings.
Yes.
Is there dialogue?
No.
I one more question, because obviously you're not you're gonna ask ScarJo and she's gonna be busy and she's gonna reject. But that's
She signed on.
That's part of her.
It just hasn't been released yet. Look out for Deadlock.
I heard that Gwyneth Paltrow was in contention to replace her.
I also heard that
Yeah.
Dakota Pongson was in the running.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, you guys, I appreciate these volleys, much like I appreciate the volleys on the Pong table.
That's all we have time for in terms of predictions today on Post Market. Samurai, thanks so much.
It's not going to be animated.
It's a live action.
Yeah. They're going to be wearing suits.
They don't have dialogue.
No.
All right.
Live action, no dialogue. Revolutionary, Sydney.
We'll see you.
It's going to revolutionize cinema.
We'll see you
It's
next.
a new era.
We'll see you next.
It's morning time in America, and the Pong movie's going to make $2 billion.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
mourning
see you
already.
next time on Next Level Play Podcast. I'm Sydney.
I'm so sorry.